Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, there's a lot going on in this state politically, so we wanted to bring on the political reporter for Kentucky Public Radio, Ryland Barton. He's done a lot of work, including some with the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting. And Ryland, thanks for coming on.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the report you had last week about the Representative Jeff Hoover and the sexual harassment allegations. You did a pretty detailed report on what was in a deposition. Sort of quickly for folks, tell us what you found and what the potential implications are.
So this deposition is it's the first time that we've heard from a woman who has accused Representative Jeff Hoover and three other Kentucky state lawmakers. Well, two of them are former lawmakers now, and she accused them multiple cases of sexual harassment, and she also claimed that Representative Hoover sexually assaulted her more than 50 times. Now, this includes many detailed cases of groping against her consent in his car, at a restaurant in Frankfort, in the state capitol, over the course of her employment over about 2 years between 2015 and 2017.
Now, in those allegations, I was wondering, did she say that she had a relationship with Hoover or any of these men? It's been hard for me to follow what was actually alleged.
So she was 21 years old at the time that she was hired, and she's saying that it was not consensual. So there are plenty of there are text messages that were released last year when this scandal first erupted, and you can definitely see that it's flirtatious on both sides. But as she says it, she was she felt coerced. She felt like she had no choice but to return Representative Hoover's requests, and that she felt like she couldn't really report any of this activity once he was grabbing her and groping her against her consent.
Now, since your report, one of those legislators has resigned, worked for the Matt Bevin's government. Am I correct?
Yeah, so that's Brad Montel. He was a state rep from Shelbyville. He didn't seek re-election back in 2016, but then he was in Governor Bevin's administration, and most recently in the Department for Education. He resigned the day after we published that report. He wasn't mentioned in this scandal when it first surfaced last year. However, his name came up in this deposition. She had requested a campaign donation for a candidate that she was working for. She had requested Mr. Montel to donate, and he said he would only sign the checks if she sat in his lap while he did it.
Good grief. All right. So is there anything else to come out from this, or does this is everything done? I sort of wonder, is there anywhere else this can go?
Well, this really opens back up this scab, as the Herald Leader has put it, of sexual harassment in the State House. This scandal seemed like it was closed last year after the Legislative Ethics Commission fined Representative Hoover $1,000, and he publicly admitted to exchanging inappropriate text messages with the woman. That's all he said took place. So this raises a lot of questions about what actually happened. And really whether or not the Legislative Ethics Commission, which kind of conducted this probe into what happened, knew about these further detailed allegations that this woman has raised in this deposition. All
right, let's switch gears for just a second to the governor's race. LUNDERGAN-GRIMES announced today she is not going to run. I know the candidates now are Edlin, Bashir, and Adkins on one side, and we have Robert Goforth and William Woods on the other. We expect Matt Bevin to get in. Do you agree with that? And then is there anyone else you're hearing might join the fray?
Governor Bevin has repeatedly said he promises that he will run for governor. I mean, I think at this point we kind of just have to take his word for it. He's got until Tuesday, January 29th to file. So we'll wait and see. It seems like really what it's come down to is whether, who his running mate is going to be, whether or not he's going to run with Janine Hampton again. So I don't know. It's really anybody's guess. And I think all eyes are really on Jamie Comer right now, former agriculture commissioner, current congressman from out in Western Kentucky, whether or not he's going to challenge Bevin. Now we have to remember Commissioner Comer lost to Bevin in the primary back in 2015 by just 83 votes. And I think he's still a little upset by that.
Ryland Barton, remember I said this, Derek Ramsey, that's going to be his lieutenant governor. That's just my pick. That's not no breaking story, right, but I think that's who it's going to be. Ryland Barton, Kentucky Public Radio, thank you very much for taking the time.
Thanks a lot, Matt.